we have Chris Camp, CEO of Aquamaster Water Treatment Limited, with us today. You know, when most people think about water problems, they imagine drought or flooding. But here in East Anglia, we're facing a fascinating challenge that's literally beneath our feet: brackish water in our boreholes. Have you ever wondered why some well water tastes slightly salty?
Absolutely. It's a unique situation we're dealing with here in East Anglia. What many people don't realise is that this saltiness comes from our region's fascinating geological history. You see, our chalk aquifer was once actually under prehistoric seas.
That's incredible. So we're dealing with ancient seawater trapped underground.
Exactly. And it becomes more pronounced the deeper you go. Once you hit about 50 to 100 meters depth, you start encountering these brackish zones where chloride levels can range anywhere from less than 10 to over 600 milligrams per litre.
And I imagine this creates some real challenges for homeowners and businesses relying on borehole water.
Oh, definitely. The problem extends beyond just the salt content. You often face a combination of high salinity, increased levels of iron and manganese, and potential bacterial contamination. It's as if nature decided to challenge us with everything at once.
That's a great point. We'll come back to that in just a moment, but first, a quick word from our sponsor.
For addressing complex water issues in East Anglia, Aquamaster Water Treatment Limited has been the trusted name since 1975. With 49 years of experience and international certifications in reverse osmosis and water treatment, we provide customized solutions for your specific water challenges. Visit us at www.aquamasterwater.co.uk to learn more about our extensive water treatment services.
Welcome back. So, what's the solution to these challenging water conditions?
Well, it really requires a multi-step approach. The backbone of any effective treatment system is reverse osmosis, or RO for short. But here's the thing, you can't just slap an RO system on and call it a day.
Why is that?
Because you need proper pre-treatment first. Think of it like preparing for a marathon. You can't just show up on race day without training. The water needs to go through sediment filtration, iron and manganese removal, and sometimes even softening before it hits the RO membranes.
I see. And what makes East Anglia's situation particularly unique?
You know what's fascinating? Each borehole is like a fingerprint, totally unique. The water chemistry can vary dramatically from one location to another, even just a few miles apart. That's why we always need to start with thorough water analysis.
Speaking of analysis, what are some warning signs that homeowners should look out for?
3 big red flags are salty taste, staining on fixtures, and scale buildup. But here's something many people don't realize. The problems can actually get worse over time if not properly managed.
Oh? How so?
Well, it's due to something we call upconning. When you're extracting water too aggressively, you can actually pull up deeper, more saline water into the freshwater zones. It's like, you know, when you're drinking a milkshake too fast and pull up the thick stuff from the bottom.
That's a great analogy. So what's the most effective way to address these issues?
It really comes down to having a properly designed treatment system. You need pre-treatment filtration, a correctly sized RO system, and proper disinfection, usually UV treatment. But here's the kicker, you also need to think about brine management.
Brine management? Can you explain that for our listeners?
Sure thing. When you remove salt through reverse osmosis, that salt has to go somewhere, right? The concentrated waste stream, or brine, needs to be properly disposed of following Environment Agency regulations. It's actually an essential part of the whole process that people often overlook.
And I imagine this requires some serious expertise.
Absolutely. You're dealing with multiple treatment stages, complex chemistry, and strict regulations. It's really not a DIY kind of situation. Have you ever tried to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded? That's about how challenging it can be without proper expertise.
Fascinating stuff. Before we wrap up, what's the one piece of advice you'd give to someone dealing with brackish borehole water in East Anglia?
Have your water tested by a professional before deciding on any treatment. Avoid assumptions until you have all the details. Also, ensure treatment addresses more than just taste improvement. Focus on safeguarding your health, plumbing, and equipment over time.
That's excellent advice. Thank you for sharing your expertise with us today. For our listeners who want to learn more about treating brackish borehole water, you can visit aquamasterwater.co.uk. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.